Hey guys, so there has been an awful lot going on the last few weeks. I don't know if a lot of you guys noticed or not. There has been a lot of pro-Palestine protests happening all around the world. There's a huge phenomenon happening right now where there is a Israel propaganda where they're trying to make Israel out to be the good guy, but everyone around the world are trying to take the side of Palestine because they're going through a genocide right now. So it's been a lot happening, and on a spiritual perspective of things, being a psychic medium, a lot of what I've been touching on a lot lately is that activism is love. If you maybe a lot of you guys don't know, in spirituality, there's a lot of spiritual bypassing going on where we only group some feelings and emotions around humanity as enlightened or worthy of shedding light on. Like, you always supposed to be happy, positive. And even I had a friend, and I know she meant well. She was saying that I try not to keep my attention on the news because it's too low vibrational. And a lot of people don't understand. I shouted out this content creator. His name is uncorkedwitch, and he actually said that what did he say? He said one moment. He said social justice work is spiritual work, and I like to say activism is love. And a lot of people don't know that activism is the root of love, because you don't want to see people suffering, you don't want to see people going through injustice. But somehow this notion came up in spirituality that if we ignore suffering, it's their fault that they're suffering. We live in a simulation. You know, it's not my problem. And it's a lot of the narrative that makes us disconnect from humanity. It's kind of like, I wash my hands of you, and it's such a narcissistic and effed up narrative that we have gotten to. It means of spirituality. And again, a lot of people think they mean well, and it's just not coming off like that. And something that has been going on a lot lately is the veil around the collective has been lifting altogether. So everything that used to fly, that people used to be okay with, they're no longer okay with. A lot of people aren't even giving celebrities ample amount of chances no more. There's a lot of boycotting going on to help Palestinians going through a genocide. It's no longer cool to be uneducated about issues, basically. And again, a lot of people don't understand where spirituality stands with this, or even like healers, root workers, voodoo workers, whatever spiritual practice you're in, prayer. It has been used over the course of humanity since we've been on this planet to help aid in getting justice for people. Someone did a report when Haiti was when they were trying to invade Haiti. There was a story where a lady she used voodoo to help the people fight back, and the colonizers had guns, everything they needed, but they did not win. So one can think spirituality might play a huge part in getting justice for people. And yeah, a lot of people seem to still be ignorant that spirituality has been used for, human evolution in this way to get justice for people. And there's a reason why certain spiritual practices are demonized. And we have this whitewash mentality of spirituality where there's only, it has to be all love and light. Even if you see people, it's very cult-like. It's very like, I have to wear all white to be perceived as, doing good, when a lot of these people are so crazy in the head. But yeah, it's worth a challenge. It's worth challenging yourself to think about why things are this way. And so, like I said, it's been a lot going on. I've been reporting a little bit on my Instagram about these issues, a lot about these issues actually. And like I said, a lot of what's happening right now is people are demanding ceasefire for Palestinians. And I've been trying to make this video for a while now. Hopefully I'm gonna keep updating what's going on. But they're demanding ceasefire. A lot of people are demanding land back. A lot of people are also talking about Congo and the silent genocide happening in Congo. A lot of people are waking up in our social media era about all the things that we had been blind about in means of American imperialism. It was easy for us to just be distracted But a lot of people are finding out that real life consists of all this negative shit. And so it's no longer acceptable, at least to a lot of people, to look away anymore. And no one has all the answers, obviously. Right now we're waiting for America. We're waiting to vote for America. But while I follow an account called Indigenous Anarchist. And something she said is that a lot of times minorities are told to just be patient. And in that time, a lot of people die. Like, we're waiting patiently for housing, the housing crisis, healthcare, all these things to resolve itself. Meanwhile, we have billions of dollars for war. It seems like all the governments have money for war. And so, yeah, it's pretty insane right now. And I think it's always worth it to live in reality. Like, maybe living in reality is full of all this bullshit, and living in denial, there's always a price. Even though we don't understand that, ignorance is never bliss. And so that's just the way I see it. And as a spiritual practitioner, I also said that being in reality, being a holistic healer means that if I refuse to stand up for what is right, I can't even personally hold space for, I can't hold a safe space for people, because then I would be a hypocrite. I would be, the people who cannot face these things head on, they are part of the problem. And so, yeah, it's been a lot going on, and I will always believe that activism is love. Someone that I like to use as an example with this, I actually have a One Love tattoo, and a lot of people like to praise Bob Marley because he is like a symbol of peace. But what a lot of people don't know is he was a huge activist. You can see in his songs, Buffalo Soldier and Get Up, Stand Up for Your Rights. But people seem to look over that a lot. And something that a video going around is like, you cannot have peace and liberation. And so a lot of people think that, liberation lives in this neat box, when it really doesn't. Like, any story around the world of people who have gotten their revolution had to fight for it, and it was violent, and it was very bloody, and it was very like a struggle. It was all of that. So yeah, it's just food for thought, and I'll probably add on to this later, but until next time.